Hey everybody, this is John, retired old man. Hope it's a good day where you are, because as I say here, we always have a good day here in the Upper East Side of Texas. We choose to make it that way, whether it's cold or we're without electricity or water or whatever. I've been without electricity. We were out for about 24 hours. Still no water at our house, and we're doing fine. We're doing fine. We always put a little thing aside. I've always been able to take care of myself pretty good. By the way, that last video I put up about that frozen windmill out there in Texas that we had, I don't know what happened to that thing. YouTube, I must have said something wrong on the thing. So it's gone, and so is this one right here. Now I see everybody's jumping on Texas, and that's okay. You know, I like it here. We welcome anybody here. It's a good state, doing a lot of things right. Business is good. A lot of people moving here from other states, which I don't mind a bit. I wish other states would emulate Texas in so many ways, where folks wouldn't have to uproot their families, change their jobs, leave from places where they grew up, take their kids out of school and move them down here. Although a great state, sometimes I wonder why can't those states do the same thing and let those folks stay where they are, or if they choose to move to Texas, by all means come and move here. But I get back to the subject at hand. You read things on my phone here. I don't follow news. I don't get that out right now. I don't follow news. My life revolves much more around what's happening on the national level, and everything has become political. But I will say that everybody's solution right here always involves a national government. We need a national water system. We need a national grid. We need national this and national that. I think folks can take care of themselves pretty good. I really do. There's things laid out in the Constitution that the federal government is responsible for. I think they should do that. If it's not laid out in the Constitution where they need to be fooling with, I think it ought to be left alone to the states. I'll even go so far as to say this, and Texas is a big beneficiary. So I'm going to be talking out of both sides of my mouth. I'm not a big proponent of FEMA. I think states ought to take care of themselves, and other states do it on a voluntary basis. Now, I'm going to tell you how I'm coming from that. I work with one of the largest disaster relief organizations in the United States. It's 100% volunteer. I go all over the United States. I've been to floods, I've been to hurricanes, I've been to tornadoes, and I used to spend anywhere from 40 to 60 days a year on the road doing that, strictly on a volunteer basis, and I meet hundreds and hundreds of other people across the United States doing the same thing. I've been just in the past 18 months, I've been to Pennsylvania, Florida, Oklahoma, Louisiana, of course, a lot here in Texas with the hurricanes that we have. We've been to, Mississippi, Arkansas. I don't know. Like I say, I spend 40 to 60 nights a year. I think if people did that, we wouldn't even need FEMA. And here's the reason I say that. We had a little disaster here. Well, disaster, I use that in quotes, in our neighborhood here. We had some flooding about 4 or 5 years ago, and my home had a little bit on the back patio, didn't come in. I chose not to accept FEMA simply for one reason. I didn't want the restrictions that they tied into my house here. And so there's other people in the neighborhood that did take that, and unfortunately they are regretting that because of all the stipulations that it put on it. And hey, it's free. If you want to support that, that's fine too. You can have different opinions on that, but I think we ought to move around and be a little bit more self-sufficient. I think the mayor down in Texas, I'm sure you heard about that. He was harsh. Absolutely, he was harsh. Probably could have been said a little bit better what he did, but in essence, he said he was mayor of a town here in Texas, and he went on Facebook, which is, that thing is godly and satanic at the same time, I believe. But he went online and he made a post about the citizens of his town that they shouldn't be expecting the government to bail them out every time. They need to be self-sufficient, take care of themselves. If they're expecting the government to bail them out, they're looking at the wrong thing. And we have a government, I believe, that's way too big, that the people at the local level should take care of themselves and should prepare. And I'm not talking about the elderly here. We'll be very clear on that. I'm not talking about the elderly. I'm not talking about the infirm. I'm not talking about the folks that are sick and have some situations beyond their control where they cannot get out. Obviously, they need help, and that's where volunteer groups come in. And I think it should be family, should take care of family. Then your church take care, the church you belong to take care of the church members. Then the community that you're in take care of their folks. If you can't get help in those three places right there, of course, number one, you take care of yourself, then your family, then your church, then your community. If you can't find help in those four things, maybe you're looking at help in the wrong way. Because the federal government's not, the help they give you is going to have a lot of strings attached to it. We see that in our disaster relief work. It's a whole lot. We get a whole lot more done, a whole lot more efficiently whenever we've got the FEMA out of the picture. And I'm not down on FEMA. I'm just telling you that's the facts from a fellow who works with them 50 to 60 days a year. Hey, y'all be careful out there. There's a lot of folks in Texas hurting. Like I say, we were out of power for about a day. We still don't have water here at the house, but we got plenty of water. We keep water here. Like I say, we kind of take care of ourselves, my wife and I. 70 years takes care. You learned nobody else is going to take care of you like you do. Hey, y'all have a good day. It's going to be a good one here in Texas until we meet again. This retired old man saying God bless and be careful.